This is our 10:30 huddle up. We tackle all kind of things, anywhere from beginner to advanced, but we love asking questions in here. We love talking about our upcoming challenges that we've got going on. We've got the Tiger Step Challenge going on. We had a lot of people, we're not going to focus on that. We had a lot of people tap out. And I know they're not mad at me. I know that they're upset with themselves. So we're going to let that go, right? We let it go. We wait to the next challenge. We'll do better on the next round. But we do want to think about all the people doing good with it, okay? You've got a lot of people that's just killing it. Don't slow down now. Put it in overdrive. You will not lose as much weight this week as you did last week if you do everything you're supposed to do. Because you got rid of the weight of water and glucose, that weight had to come off. Now we're shifting and becoming more fat adapted with our metabolisms. So what you lose will be, it'll seem like less pounds, but it'll be a lot more inches if you stay true to it and don't let the bathroom scales dictate your efforts this week. So you got Jenny, 11.6 in a week. Ackworth, Plowboy, 11.4. Best Kiki, I know who that is. 10. Linda, 9. Tammy, 7.8. Gina, 7.6. Nancy, 6.8. UGA, 6.8. Kiara, 6.2. Amy, 6.2. Great job. Look at the steps. Gina she got in 142,000 steps. Trident, 127,000 steps. Carol, 117,000. Nancy, 106,000. Juanita, 103. UGA, 102. Incredible effort. Let's go look at the other group. It's a little smaller. Faithfully Fit side. Got Kim's on both. So 10 pounds. Amanda, 5.6. Nellie, 5.6. Lady Vic, 5.5. Think about that. The people that average 5, Lady Vic, 5.5, Karen, 4.2. You take Karen's results. You couldn't even keep that pace going. You'd lose over 200 pounds in a year. Look at Shanice rounding out the top 10. Incredible. Look at the steps. My mom, she's had a pituitary tumor. She's in her 70s. She got almost 91,000 steps. Sim Nurse, 80,000. Cheryl, look at number 6. Cheryl, 73,000. Y'all are killing it. So I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. This is not dissimulation. I mean it. You deserve a pat on the back. Do you know how uncommon you are? That last week, out of the entire populace of the U.S., I bet you're in the top 1%. Most people in the U.S. do not exercise regularly. They do not eat right regularly. And more importantly, is eating right. We had a lot of people in my boat that said, because of how life's rolling out, I'm not going to be able to finish the steps. I'm going to tap out. Why? It isn't over until the 14th day is complete. You agree, don't make excuses. You agree to eat right until you got the steps. I can eat right even if I fall behind on my steps. I said I would do it. I need to do it. There's going to be a day, I'm going to be a little tough with you. There's going to be a day. If you're ever going to lose weight and keep it off, you got to do good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to have to give up some hog trough days on the weekend. Quit making excuses. We have too much good in our lives. Yeah, we have anniversaries and holidays and trips and vacations, and we complain about it all. But good gracious, we're spoilt rotten. And as many of those days as we have during a 365-day year, as many of those kinds of perils that we have that are actually freedom, the liberties that we all enjoy in this country, you get all these days. If you think that you're going to be able to lose all this weight and keep it off, and every time something comes up where you can eat, you eat, you're wrong. At some point, you're going to have to be disciplined. You're going to have to show discipline. And then you got other perils. Some people don't ever get to go anywhere to do anything. They sitting at home bored, and they eat because of boredom. So you got many perils on this journey. You got many pitfalls. You got many things to get through. You're not going to be able to do it without Lord Jesus. You got to rely on the Lord Jesus to overcome temptation. The Bible says to submit yourself to God. It says submit yourself to God, resist the devil, and the devil will flee. It doesn't say resist the devil and he'll flee. That's out of context. It says first, I don't know about y'all, I can't resist the devil. He's too cunning. He gets me every time, unless I first submit myself unto the Lord. When's the last time you cried out, Master? When's the last time, we say, Dear Heavenly Father? Yeah, that's good. That's good. He is our Heavenly Father. He's sweet, isn't he? He's kind and he loves us. What about Master? He's also your Master. He's your Lord. He's your Master. He's that too. When's the last time you said, Master, help me? I need you, Master. Order my steps, Master. Rewire my brain, Master. Give me authority over stinking thinking, Master. He's the Master of the seas. Even the wind and seas must obey him. All right. Any questions for me this morning? Anything at all? Can be on any topic. What do we got today that we need to help the entire group with? Also, any praise report, anything. Feel free. Don't be shy.
Travis, can you hear me?
I can. Hey, Dr. Murphy.
Hey, I wanted you, if you don't mind, if you could define the yo-yo dieting principle and basically let us know that when we take a holiday that it is not yo-yo dieting.
Yes. Yes. I don't know that I would be I can define it the way I understand yo-yo dieting and why having a holiday is not a yo-yo dieting thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like our weekly kind of pattern where some of us use the weekend to actually eat more calories or not exercise as much. Maybe that isn't really defining yo-yo.
Well, to me, yo-yo dieting is extremely dangerous. We have a lot in our community. They have not adopted the lifestyle. They come and they go, and they are dangerous. They're self-inflicting harm. They're dangerously yo-yo dieting. Here's a good example. An example is, let's call him, I'll end up naming somebody's name. Let's say Daniel. If you're Daniel, I'm not talking about you. Let's say, here's Daniel. Daniel has 150 pounds to lose. Daniel decides to lose it. Daniel's following the principles of the program. He's done diet after diet after diet. He loses weight, he gains it back. Daniel's following the program, and he's down 85 pounds.
I am Daniel, brother.
Here's Charles.
Hey, Charles.
I'm going to say Charles in, since he called himself out. Daniel has lost, he's down 75, 80 pounds. He's killing it. He's crushing it. For a week straight, he's doing everything he's been doing. For a week, he's loving the food. But all of a sudden, the bathroom scales aren't rewarding him like they used to. So the weekend's coming. He's a little frustrated. He takes the day off. He hog troughs it. Sunday morning after church, goes to the Cracker Barrel. He'd been avoiding the Cracker Barrel because he was afraid he would yield to temptation. Truly not doing the lifestyle, because the lifestyle is enjoyable. We don't have to white knuckle it. But he's afraid if he has a holiday, he hates trying to lose weight so much that he'll get off the program because he hates losing weight. But he's going good trying to lose weight. He feels deprived. So he goes to Cracker Barrel. He pigs out on cornbread, grits, all kind of stuff. And then he gets up Monday morning. He had 2 or 3 days he took off, holidays. That's not yo-yo dieting. He gets on the scales and he's up 11 pounds. He's heard me say in class over and over and over that 2 days back into the program that will come off. But he's so mad, so frustrated, down on himself. He just goes back to eating whatever, whenever. So a week goes by. Out of the 75 and 80 that he's taken off, he's now put back on 20 or 25, just like that. And he's like, it ain't even worth it. I worked so hard for 6 months and I've put on 1/3 of it back in a week. What's the purpose? And he's not getting that 75, 80% of that weight he put on was water weight and glucose and will still come off fast. He doesn't realize it'll come off just as fast as he put it on, and he can get back to the program. But he takes 6 months off. And then he looks in the mirror one day, he's disgusted, and he goes and finds another diet. Put all that weight back on. Every time you do that, every single time, your heart is weakened and has diminished capacity as a muscle. Because when your weight was coming down, you were also losing the heart strength, and it was used to carrying around a 300-pound man, and you're losing weight fast, and your heart, you haven't conditioned it yet. You've just been eating lower calories. You haven't got reconditioned. So your weight's coming down, if this is your heart, this is your weight. Your weight's coming down. Your heart's coming down. The capacity to be strong is coming down some too, but it's okay, because it's all relative to your losing weight. So it isn't going to have to work as hard because you lost so much weight. So you got reduced heart capacity. And then all of a sudden you yo-yo back up and your heart's still down here. And every time you yo-yo diet, you're threatening your own life. You were doing good when both were coming down, because once you get your weight down and you reach your goal weight, then you can work on conditioning with a lower BMI and make your heart really strong, and now you're unstoppable. But instead, you yo-yo dieted, and you do it 15, 20 times, and then the next thing you know, you're in worse shape than if you never tried to lose any weight. That's yo-yo dieting. You're just chasing the next shiny object. When we find a lifestyle that we can live with, taking a day off is not yo-yo dieting. That's a part of a great program. That's a part of a lifestyle. A lifestyle is doing the right thing more than the wrong thing. For example, if I slip up and I say some wordy dirts, I don't have a lifestyle of cussing, but let's say that I had a bad day and I let them fly and I repented of it, and the next day I quit doing that. I've repented, I quit doing that. I sinned, but I don't have a lifestyle of sin. That's not my lifestyle. Maybe I'm a thief, okay? And I did something I wasn't supposed to, and I repent of it, and I never do that again. That's not a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle if I'm a chronic thief. We have a holiday, and that's not even like a lie. It's a part of the program. It's not a lie. It's part of our lifestyle. It's not anything nasty. It's part of the lifestyle. If I will yield and submit to the lifestyle of having 6 or less holidays a month, and I'm going to cover the calorie thing too, and I don't way overdo it on those holidays, and the other days I'm having perfect days, that's this lifestyle. My weight loss chart is going to look like this. We want our weight to start here, and Brother Charles wants it to go like that. He lost 10 first week, 8 the next week. He's down 18 in 2 weeks, 7 the next week, 5 the next week, 2 the next week, and he's discouraged. He wants it to go straight down. Straight down. That's not the journey. The journey looks like this. We're living a life. We're doing the right thing more than the wrong thing. Yo-yo dieting too is when you don't have a right thing. You don't have an ethos. You don't have a structure. How many of you, I'm not knocking people who don't. I'm just saying we got a group that I know pretty much does. And I'm trying to pull examples out of the sky. How many of you go to church on Sunday? It's a part of your lifestyle. How many of you go to church, but some Sunday mornings you don't want to go, but you go anyway? Right? How many of you don't want to go, but you go anyway, and afterwards, 95% of the time, you're glad you went? That's a lifestyle. Okay? Wouldn't be a lifestyle if you went on Easter Sunday and didn't go any other Sunday during the year. That's not a lifestyle. Dieters are not lifestylers. They have a lifestyle of yo-yo dieting. That's your lifestyle. You're a yo-yo. You're a yo-yo. That's what you are. You are a yo-yo. That's your lifestyle. It's not that it's not a lifestyle. You have a lifestyle of yo-yoing. What's your lifestyle going to be like? Because every time if you're yo-yoing, it's less healthy to yo-yo diet. Dr. Murphy's a chiropractor. I'm sure she's seen this. It's less healthy to yo-yo diet than it is just to be big and strong. If you can't give up the food addiction, just work on your cardiovascular health and be as big and as strong as you want to be. You'll actually fare better. Yo-yo dieters, it's like the worst. Jumping from diet to diet to diet. And the other thing, when you are yo-yo dieting, okay, you got to be careful. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this far back, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How many calories are stored in a pound of fat, everyone? In one of these, we have how many stored?
3,500.
Yes, sir. We got 3,500 calories stored in that pound of fat. If I've got 100 pounds to lose, I've got 350,000 calories stored that I got to eliminate. 350,000. With man, this doesn't seem possible. With God, all things are possible. The only way to get those is to be in a calorie deficit to get rid of them. The only way to lose it 2 to 3 times faster is to control insulin. You'll lose it 2 to 3 times faster. But I have to get rid of the 350,000 calories that I have stored where I've eaten more than my fair share. So if I'm allowed to have 1,500 calories a day, okay, let's say that 1,500 is my number. It's not your number. I can give you your number if you've never heard it. But I'm saying our person, Daniel here, let's say they need to be at 1,500 calories a day, and that would create, let's say they can normally have 2,000 a day, so they would be in a 500 calorie deficit every day. So if they went Monday through Friday and we're in a 500 calorie deficit, 5 days at 500 calories is 2,500 calories. They've now lost almost 1 pound of fat. But then on Saturday night, if they go out to the Red Lobster and eat 4 baskets of Cheddar Bay biscuits and they hog trough it all night and then have fudge overboard, they might go over their allowed calories by 2,000 or 3,000, and now they haven't lost anyway. So you don't want to go crazy. You can go crazy occasionally, but you've got to maintain calorie deficit. If you just focus on it's either a perfect day or a holiday, and I can't have more than 72 holidays a year or 6 holidays a month. All my other days are not almost perfect, they're perfect. You'll lose body fat so fast, it'll blow your mind and everybody's mind around you until you get down to that last 15 pounds. And then we got to do some other things to get that off. But that's pretty much it. I don't know if I described a principle, but that's pretty much it. Yo-yo dieting is the worst. I'd rather see somebody be a vegan. Anybody else? Just live the lifestyle. I've got confidence. You'll have more confidence in yourself. It doesn't feel good. You know, there's a saying, stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Anybody get taught that early on in life? Stand for something. As it's related to our diets, where so many people are just willy-nilly. There's so much food everywhere, so much temptation. We just willy-nilly with it. We don't realize every bite that we take, it creates a chemical conversation in our body that's either turning on growth or turning down growth. And what I love about this program, I can have, like, I showed y'all my hot dog bun. I can have a hot dog like I used to with one of them big weenies in there with my hot dog bun. Wider the bread, the quicker you're dead. Put ketchup, mustard, and kraut and eat it, and I'm going to grow. Or I can have it with my hero bun and my Hebrew National Frank, put the same condiments on it, and I can get smaller. Hot dog tastes the same either way. Think about it. See how I talk myself into it all the time and not out of it? I don't say, I can't have this. I'm so sad. Well, what if I'm at a cookout and I don't have my bun? Put it in your survival kit. That's part of my lifestyle. If you come to my house right now, in the back of my Jeep, there's more than a survival kit back there. There's a whole bench full of foods that I might need if I go somewhere. It's just a lifestyle for me. Travis, how much? Hey, Brother Will, thank you for all you do, bro. How much rise in blood sugar should I expect after eating a approved meal? It's all going to depend. Some more than others for sure. Like if you have a blue column, more. Like if you're having a red column, not much, if any. Some meals you eat can actually bring blood sugar down. But I would say a moderate increase. As soon as my glucose monitor arrives, we'll be testing that so that you can see the difference between the elevation of a blue column, yellow column, and red column. But it all differs. What we're trying to accomplish is simply being able to get in that efficient fat burning zone faster after we eat, keeping your blood sugar between 80 points and 120 points. So I'm usually running 90 points. So when I eat, if I eat something that gets it up to 115, I'm still good. If I get it to something that's 140, then the quicker I can get it back down, the quicker I can get back into EFB. That's really what we're after, because once we spike it, we can get it back down. But then the more we spike it, then the more insulin response we're going to have. And blood sugar comes down fast, but insulin, it isn't just keeping your blood sugar in the right zone, 80 to 120. It's also, after you get it back into 80 to 120, do you have low levels of insulin in your bloodstream? Because if they're high, then you got problems. Yeah, Hero is a bun. Hero is a hot dog bun and a hamburger bun. What's the ideal time after eating to watch blood sugar? I've read 2 hours. Immediately, foods that we eat will have an immediate impact on blood sugar, and then they'll start coming on down over the next hour to 2 hours, typically. Yes, Jackie, this is Shibboleth. Yeah. Shibboleth hasn't changed. So you got Shibboleth is a lifestyle. The whole word means a sheath of, it's a corn sheath. All right. So Shibboleth is a word that we attach to our program to say we are an overlooked, forgotten lifestyle. It's just a healthy lifestyle in Jesus. And then there's levels to our lifestyle, many levels to our lifestyle. And it starts with fast track. That's all anyone would ever need, really. You got fast track, then you got journey, Tiger's Eye, intermittent fasting, body transformation. Then you got Faithfully Fit. Faithfully Fit is our clean eating program. We start clean with fast track and we end clean with Faithfully Fit. Clean eating program, and we emphasize Christ-centered lifestyle a lot more with Faithfully Fit. Anybody else? Good questions today. Brother Will, everybody's down more than 100 pounds. How about that? Anybody else? Good questions. I love it when you have questions. We all can learn together that way. Is that bun a negative bun? It is. That's a negative number bun. I think we give it a -2. It was so good. It's almost no carbohydrates, like 23 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fiber, something like that. So no negative blood sugar impact. I mean, no positive blood sugar impact. Anybody else? Makes a good hot dog. It didn't like a lot of those other keto buns that I've tried. It was real soft and pliable, much like a regular white bread bun. I really enjoyed it. Wow, Will found you can do that. Will found a bread. It would be really high fiber, I bet, or protein. Will found a bread that helps his blood sugar go down. So if you find a bread with, I guarantee you it's either high protein, or high fiber. Has to be one or the other, or both. Anyone else? Any of you sweet people have any other questions? Yep, they are expensive. Also, we have to, as we're trying to change our mentality, right? We have to start defining expense differently, I think. What I look at is the overall eating episode, but budget friendly. Is the overall, now hear me out. Is the overall eating episode budget friendly? I do spend more for individual products than I used to spend. Do y'all hear me? Because if we don't change our mind about this, we're probably not going to be successful. Because if I'm just going in the grocery store and I take a Polaroid picture of something and I look at Sunbeam bread versus a keto bun or the hero bun, I'm going to go, good Lord, I'm not paying that for one of those buns, right? That's what's going to happen. But we got to look at it more universally. We got to look at our whole situation here. I guarantee you that I spend less, including all my supplements. I spend less on groceries, and I spend a ton on supplements. I spend less on all of that as a whole than I used to spend when I was over 300 pounds. I eat higher quality ingredients. I take quality supplementation. I eat lean meat, but I eat a lot less, and I'm not wasting my money on junk. Do you hear me? I know Doritos are cheap. Well, not this, under this administration, but I know Doritos are cheap. I get that. I know that. But you don't need them. So you're actually taking money and buying starch with some cheese dust on it. Doesn't make sense. So instead of buying all that stuff, animal crackers and Pop-Tarts and all that junk, if I quit buying that, I might spend a little more on quality ingredients, quality foods, but overall, my budget is the same or less. We're already spending the money. It's just we're going to take it and now spend it on stuff that helps me reach my goals. That's how I see it. If we can't educate people on that point, we're going to continue to have an uphill battle because, yes, 97% lean Franks are more expensive than these nasty ballpark beef Franks, for sure. They're full of starch. That's why they're cheap. Angela, I take Total Peak Performance. I don't have my first eating episode till 1. Is it still effective? I do. You're supposed to take it with food. I took mine on an empty stomach before class. You've got a LEGO technology there, so you're going to absorb it for the most part. Would it be better to take it with food? Yes, but I don't most of the time because I'm skipping breakfast most of the time. Travis, a friend introduced me to an app called 𝐬𝐭. It scans your grocery barcode. It tells you if it's good for you and why. Take a look at it. I will. I'll take a look at it. Do keep in mind, you have to be careful because there are a lot of foods that are good for me if I'm in maintenance. Are y'all with me? Are you with me? There's a lot of foods good for me in maintenance. Sweet potatoes are really good for me. They're beneficial. If I eat a sweet potato by itself and I'm under my ideal weight or at my ideal weight, no problemo. We did good. That's a good. But if I'm trying to lose weight and I eat that sweet potato by itself, it's not good because now I've got to manage insulin levels. That's a big problem. We've discovered that lately in class with some folks who are having to go gluten-free. Just because a product says gluten-free does not mean that it's good for your weight management program. I like Quest chips better too. Amen. Would you purchase Laura's Lean or the Wellness ground beef? The Wellness ground beef is a better quality, but it's only for lion or shark days. Laura's Lean is a category 1. If you get the 96 lean, it's a category 1 and can be used on any type day. Any other questions? Good stuff. If you're on Facebook watching, please feel free to share. Help us beat the algorithms. Get this message out there. Invite a friend. First class is always free. Anybody else? Questions, comments before we go today? Don't forget to finish the week strong. Tiger Step Challenge. This is usually where you see that the new car smell has worn off. Now's when we build character. Now we're building character. I'm right there with you. We're building character. Are all hearts and minds clear? Yes, please support us. We need more partners, Faithfully Fit members to keep the mission going. Thank y'all for all you do. If you're a partner or Faithfully Fit member, we need you. We need you. We appreciate you. Everybody satisfied? All right, don't forget tomorrow we have the 10 a.m., the 10:30 got 10 a.m. for beginners, 10:30 a.m. Huddle Up, and then at 12 o'clock tomorrow, our Faithfully Fit Advanced class for partners and Faithfully Fit members. All right, if everybody's satisfied, I'll close us out in prayer. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right. Dear gracious and heavenly Father, we come to you, God, with humble hearts. We've got nothing to be proud about, oh God. So we come to you humbly. Our Savior walked humble and had everything to be proud about, but he walked humbly before us all. Father, I have very little to be proud about in my life, so I come to you humbly with praise, with thanksgiving. I'm thankful to see the light of a new day. I'm thankful that I have the uncertainty that I do in my life. For Lord, that brings the opportunity to grow as a person. I'm thankful that I'm certain, and it's without controversy in my life, that Jesus Christ is Lord. And we all come together in your name today as one body in Christ, thanking you, praising you for this day, this opportunity. If there be any amongst us that's hurting, that needs help, that needs education, that needs love, that needs support, I pray, God, that you would point them in our direction. I pray, Lord, that the Holy Ghost might overshadow everyone here, might move on everyone here, that the Spirit of the Lord might move in our hearts and help us to be more disciplined today, to take your word at face value, that today is the only day. Today is the day of salvation. If we've got worries or concerns, help us, God, to be faithful today, not worrying about tomorrow. So much, God, that we could come and ask and thank you for today. But you know our hearts. You know the hearts of the people here and the needs that vary. We just pray, God, that we know that you'll meet them, but we just pray, God, that us as saints will continue to stay bowed, to stay humble, and ask you for those things that we need, believing, nothing wavering, and that, Lord, once we have been answered, that we would give you the praise for it all. In fact, even if it's not answered, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, we're not careful to answer the king in this matter. Whether you won't, whether you will, we know you can, but whether you won't or whether you will, we're still going to praise you. Be with us the rest of this day, God. Help us to be productive in Jesus. In Jesus' name we humbly pray and beg. Amen. Thank y'all. Have a good one.